Motivation versus discipline. What's the difference between the two and which one do we need? Well, let's define them. Motivation is really the emotional spark, the desire, the excitement or drive that pushes us to act in a given moment. It's only temporary. It's based on emotional. It's usually reactive and it's influenced by our moods, our environments, and sometimes even by our results. Discipline, though, that's something else completely. That is the commitment to act despite how you are feeling. It's predictable, structured, and identity based. It's not tied to emotion, but rather to your integrity. So you could say motivational is something external that can actually affect you. It's sparked by reward, pain, or even inspiration. Discipline, that's internal. It's anchored in who you want to be. It's not just what you want to do. So you could argue that motivation gets you started and discipline keeps you becoming. The two of them actually play really important roles because we relinquish our desire to motivation. That means we have to be motivated to do something and that it's our mood and stuff that will motivate us. Discipline comes from internal drive. It's something that we decide that we want to become rather than just do. So the psychology of discipline itself, discipline regulates emotion and actually builds self-trust. So when you repeatedly follow through, especially when you don't feel like doing something, your brain begins associating effort with reward. This will strengthen those neural pathways linked to self-efficacy. That's the belief that you can influence the outcome. And if you can do that, then you'll actually find that you're improving your confidence. It's actually one of the core pillars of confidence. That consistent structure gives your nervous system something powerful, predictability. Predictability will reduce stress and anxiety because the brain feels safe when it knows what's next. This is why people who live with consistent routines will often experience lower emotional volatility. They have greater focus and clarity, and they have a deeper sense of control and calm because we know what's coming next. So in short, discipline will create the stability, and the stability will also create those emotions of safety. So when we are feeling anxious, rather than becoming less anxious, become more disciplined, and that will help. Discipline is also a builder of self-respect. So when we follow through with what we do, we're actually making an investment in ourselves. So if you honor the commitments you make to yourself, whether it's to get up early or get to the gym 3 times this week, you will prove that your word holds weight. This in itself is self-respect in its highest form. Every time you follow through, you'll send a message to your subconscious, pretty much saying, I can rely on me. And that's the foundation of self-worth. It's not built from compliments or Instagram likes or achievements. It's built from consistency and accountability, something that you hold yourself accountable for. How does that play up in our relationships and maintaining our boundaries? So being disciplined doesn't just shape your habits. It will also shape your relationships in the sense that you will set boundaries and you'll stick to them and you'll teach others how to treat you. So how you treat yourself is one way that other people can treat you. So if you're disciplined with your time, your energy, and your values, you'll naturally attract people who will respect those same things. But if you're inconsistent and constantly let yourself down, others will feel that instability too. So then trust can even become an issue. So discipline isn't about control. It's simply about creating clarity. So if people know where I am and what I'm doing and what I'm driving for, that clarity can ease the anxiety. And it's clarity that makes relationships, friendships, and teams really thrive. So you could almost say that discipline, if you want to increase your motivation, increase your discipline. They're not mutually exclusive. Discipline will actually fuel your motivation. So it's ironic because the more disciplined you are, the easier motivation becomes to find. So when you act with discipline long enough, results will start to show. These results will actually release dopamine. It's the same chemical that drives motivation. So in reality, discipline is the engine and motivation is just the spark plug. So without the engine, the spark can burn out. Like you need the discipline to stay motivated. But once the engine's running, the spark can keep it firing stronger each time. So if you're disciplined and the engine's running, motivation will keep coming. So you keep getting a stronger spark and you'll do way more. You'll reach your goals quicker. So really, guys, you don't need more motivation. You need more moments where you follow through in what you said you would do. Less excuses. Even when you didn't feel like it. That's how you will build structure, safety, and self-respect. Now go out there, guys, and create that discipline.